Good evening. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 13th, 2017. Can I have a motion to go into executive sessions for the matters pertaining to the employment history of particular individual and contractual negotiations?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Can I have a motion to go back into public session?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Yorktown Central School District Board of Education meeting for November 13th, 2017. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance led by Ella and Maddie, and then remain standing for a moment of silence for our armed forces, those in our Yorktown community who have lost loved ones, and if we can remember the lives that were lost in Texas.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for waiting for us, and thank you for welcoming us to Brookside, Mrs. Hammerling. And you have a lovely school. We as a board were able to walk through some of your new eSTEAM lab, and it is wonderful. We're very proud of it. Okay. Can we just start with public comment, if there's anybody wishing to speak on agenda-related items? No, so we're going to go right to good news, Dr. Hatter.
So tonight, we are fortunate to have 6 students from Mr. Dona's class here joining us tonight, and they're going to speak about some really, really exciting work that's going on in their classroom, some really exciting work that's happening in the district. A lot of it goes around our work in eSTEAM, and I'd like to turn it over to Mrs. Ammerling to introduce our presenters.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, Dr. Hatter, Mrs. O'Shea, Mr. Cole, Mrs. Carbone, Mr. Magnani, and board trustees. We welcome you to Brookside this evening, and thank you for allowing us to host our very first Board of Education meeting here. Mr. Casarini and I are so proud of our faculty, staff, and students, and we hope that you will enjoy meeting some of them tonight as we share some good news. At the beginning of the school year, I asked the 3rd grade team of teachers if they would like to participate in a challenge by the Khan Academy called LearnStorm. The challenge was really a way for students to think about their own thinking and build a growth mindset. While all of our 3rd grade classes eagerly took on the challenge, it was Mrs. Dodona's students that completed all levels with 100% participation by the end date. They were excited to begin their year with this challenge and want to share more with you this evening as they learned about perseverance, determination, and themselves. So at this time, I invite our wonderful Mrs. Dodona to the podium and her students as well.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Margaret Dodona, and I teach 3rd grade here at Brookside Elementary School. Some of my students are here to present you our good news on a 6-week learning challenge we completed to start the school year off successfully. It was called LearnStorm, and it was created by Khan Academy. Khan Academy is a free online educational tool teachers can use to assign videos and interactive activities to their students based on grade-specific curriculum and standards. Within the challenge, I assigned the students growth mindset activities on Khan Academy to help them build strong mindsets and develop successful learning strategies. To apply these growth mindset strategies and skills, my students completed math and grammar activities I assigned them on Khan Academy based on the 3rd grade curriculum. There were 6 levels within the LearnStorm challenge. To finish each level, the students had to work together as a class to complete 60 assignments. As a class, we made it our goal to complete 1 level a week, and we reached that goal. In total, we completed over 300 assignments, and we even started level 7, which was beyond what we needed to do, which was great. It was such an amazing achievement, and my students are here now to share their experience during the LearnStorm challenge. After the students speak, we have a small slideshow of pictures that we want to share that shows what LearnStorm looked like in our classroom. And then last, the students will use the Chromebooks and show you how they complete Khan Academy assignments using growth mindset strategies. So thank you, and I'll let Hunter begin.
Hi, my name is Hunter Gershon from Mrs. Dodona's class. We participated in Khan Academy's Growth Mindset LearnStorm Challenge in September and October. This challenge provided us with mindset activities. We completed one a week. These mindset activities taught us how our brain works and that through hard work, dedication, and a positive attitude, we can achieve success in learning. To practice using what we learned from these mindset activities, we completed math and grammar activities on Khan Academy in school and if we wanted to, at home. I was doing one of the grammar activities on Khan Academy, an editing activity, and I could not figure out the correct answer. I clicked on a hint on Khan Academy. I used the mindset activity I read about turning a mistake into an opportunity, and I figured out the problem. That made me feel really good. I was glad to have the support from Khan Academy.
Hi, my name is Madeline Linkaski from Mrs. Dodona's class. I was working on a noun activity on Khan Academy. I couldn't find the correct answer. None of the answers looked correct. So I clicked on Khan Academy hint to help me. It guided me and I figured out the correct answer. And I was correct. The mindset activity that helped me through this problem was when I read about overcoming my frustration. I stayed calm and used Khan Academy hint to help me. Hi, my name is Christian Libeth from Miss Dodona's class. I remember when I was doing the meaning of multiplication activity on Khan Academy and I was stuck on one answer. I already got it wrong, so I clicked the hint. It told me to count up, and I clicked the right answer after that, and I got it correct. I used the mindset activity I read on overcoming my frustration. I stayed calm and accepted help with the hint. I know now that it is okay to make mistakes and that sometimes I won't always know the right answer. Hi, my name is Ella Swarthoff from Mrs. Dodona's class. One time during math, I was completing meaning of multiplication activity on Khan Academy. I was struggling with some questions. I got 2 out of 4 wrong. I used a clue on Khan Academy, and it said to think of the problem as addition. It also said to think of the same number that many times. So I did that. The mindset activity that I read helped me was overcoming my frustration. I took a deep breath and then answered the question. Hi, my name is Chaz Ficolo from Mrs. Dodona's class. I was completing an addition activity on Khan Academy, and I didn't understand how to solve it. So I went to the hints link, but the hints made no sense for me. I was working on it at home, so I waited to come into class and asked Mrs. Dodona about it. She taught me how to do it. It was still difficult for me. I started getting more answers correct after I talked to Mrs. Dodona. Then I kept practicing the skill in Khan Academy in school and at home. I finally got 100% on the activity. I used the growth mindset activity I read on supercharging my growth. I kept practicing to grow and improve with this skill, and I finally got every question right. Hi, my name is Evan McCarroll from Mrs. Dodona's class. I was completing a rounding math problem in Khan Academy. Then I got stuck on a question. I used the mindset activity I read on which voice will you hear, and I told myself I could do it. Then I used the hint, and I got it right. LearnStorm helped all of us become better learners, problem solvers, feel comfortable when making mistakes and asking for help. Also helped us to feel good about our accomplishments. Every time we completed 100% of a LearnStorm level, we celebrated as a class with cheers and applause. And Mrs. Dodona made sure we stayed focused to complete a level each week. We even received a prize box from Khan Academy for completing all 6 levels.
Okay, so we have some photos to share. So this is Rachel in my class. She was doing a subtraction activity and she received 100% on Khan Academy. So I have a picture of her working in centers during our math block. Here's the children throughout centers in our math block. One of the centers was, of course, Khan Academy. Other centers include IXL, which is another online tool provided by the district, which is great for math practice. And then I had place value centers going on, as well as a create and solve center, where the students create their own math problem and have a partner solve it. Again, here, they're practicing more during center time in our math block, practicing their growth mindset, and throughout skills of place value centers, create and solve, IXL, and Khan Academy. And more here as well. There is our poster that's actually on the other side of this table, showing that we completed the 6 levels with 100%. We actually had a poster online as well, but when LearnStorm ended, it disappeared, so I wasn't able to print it before that happened. And we have a little video here of us opening up our prize box. We welcome you now to walk around as the students show you just how they use their growth mindset skills on Khan Academy. So they're going to log on now and show you. Sometimes if we're in a different spot, we have to just hit allow. And then we just have to wait a second and it'll come up, no problem. See how it's loading? There you go, Chaz. Now you can go to your assignment. Good job, Chaz. There you go. Yes, these are my 6 touchscreen programs. Yeah. Well, I choose the assignments. I choose the assignments based on what we're learning in the class. But I let them view all the assignments that we previous did, so when we showed you, they can show you what they're doing. Yeah?
You have a master.
I have and I can control the assignments, and like, they have due dates as well and everything, but I think that's better for the older grades for the due date portion.
Now, when you read that, which way are you adding? Are you starting with the singles, or? Yeah, I do too. That's good. So we start with the bigger bills, right? It's easier that way. Cool. How do you do the fantastic thing?
So you know the spray fantastic. I love how they explain how they use the dates and everything. And yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, that's the amazing thing about it. It's free. The only one thing that we had problems with were the videos on the Chromebook. Sometimes they didn't show us, so they just used the practice activities instead of the video. I know. Right? You see that? Did you hear that?
And he does like this better than IXL but he does do both. Because he likes the hints. Yes, rather than the hints. Yep. Like the hints. Yeah. But they do both. Will we begin to wrap up?
Yeah, and wrap up and sing.
Both of us 2 good misses, 2 years in a row.
Good.
I know.
It needs more.
I don't mind.
And then we'll get
Great job.
Good job, Chaz.
Yes, all right.
I like.
Evan, you good? Great job. Good job. You could leave that there and we'll take it in for you.
Thank you, Mrs. Dodona, and thank you, boys and girls. That was a terrific presentation. I do just want to take a moment to acknowledge so many of our fabulous teachers that are here tonight, and I would like them to stand. Ms. Purpura, Ms. McAleer, Ms. Berger, Ms. Schmidt, Ms. DeLuca, Mrs. Moralia, Ms. Stroud, Mrs. Wolf, Ms. Bordenaro, Dr. Sandor. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always supporting. Miss Menzie snuck in there behind me. Hello, Miss Menzie. Miss Spina is here. Did I miss anybody else? Terrific. Thank you all for your support. And it was our third grade teachers that also participated. All of the teachers participated. As a final, and I know that this was not shared with you earlier, but we have a fabulous Brookside song that we're proud of, and these students have been hearing it now for a couple of years. So they would like to finish this evening's presentation by singing about Brookside.
We're all winners at Brookside. We're all part of the team. Students and teachers and parents too. We're all focused, we know what to do. Whether listening, laughing, or learning, do your best is the rule. We are safe, respectful, responsible, and kind here at Brookside School. We are safe, respectful, responsible, and kind here at Brookside School.
Thank you. This is a wonderful presentation, and what I'm most proud of is that they learned how to be persistent. You don't make a mistake unless you don't try. So, that's what we've learned here on the board, and that's why we're a good team here too, because you're allowed to make mistakes as long as you just keep trying and are persistent and you keep moving forward. So thank you, students. It was really very interesting. We're very proud of you.
Just a quick word for the parents in the audience. Your children are absolutely amazing. The way they carried themselves and presented tonight, I'm just so inspired by hearing their words and hearing the way that they presented themselves. Boys and girls, you were so impressive, and what I was very proud of are the lessons that you're learning here in third grade. Even though they're in math, you're going to carry them with you forever. Don't give up. Try your hardest. Learn from your mistakes. Be persistent. Practice. All of those things are so important, and I'm so proud that you're learning them at this early age because you're going to use them for the rest of your life. Very well done. And also in the audience, I just want to acknowledge the work of Mrs. Hattie George and Mrs. Burns also in this. You'll notice that the children signed on. They opened their Chromebooks, and they held this code reader here in front of the webcam, and that automatically logs the child into their account. It's through the Clever software package, and Mrs. Hattie George has been so instrumental in infusing that into the district, so it's less time on the login, more time on the instruction, and more time on the learning. So my commendation to you, Mrs. Hattie George, for really introducing us to this. Well done. Now, I just need one for myself. This way I can just scan as soon as I get in. And Mrs. Amerling, Mr. Casserini, Ms. Dodona, absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your school with us. The audience at home will notice that the background looks a little bit different than what we're accustomed to. We're here at Brookside School. We're meeting the students in the community where they are, and it was great for the board to come out and meet you in your school. We got to take a tour around the building to some of the areas that we're really proud of. So thank you for opening up the school. Thank you for hosting us. What a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Dennis, 2 minutes. Okay, that was just amazing. What our kids are doing at such a young age and their ability to handle technology with such confidence is just, it's incredible. It really, and then I always love the way they can present because they have such confidence and their public speaking skills are so much better than mine at their age. But no, they're just really, they just have no fear of being in front of a camera, being able to speak with a lot of articulation, so it's wonderful. So thank you. We're up to the superintendent's report. Dr. Hatter?
So, we had just concluded our eSteam logo design challenge. We had over 80 entries, which is absolutely wonderful. All the students will be getting a certificate of recognition for their participation in this event. Our student senate at the high school will be assisting me in narrowing the field down to 5 or 7 finalists. We'll be presenting that to the community for a community vote, so you'll have input. Look out for an email blast, and we'll also be posting it throughout the community to really, really try to engage you in helping to make this really important decision. We also have some good news to report with regard to community service hours. The class of 2018 has compiled the highest number of community service hours in the history of our district since we've been recording this number. In the aggregate, there were 36,446 hours logged, and that is quite impressive, especially for a class this size. We also want to congratulate our football team. They had a very big victory Friday. They head to Middletown High School for the regional final game against Burnt Hills, and hopefully if we're successful there, we'll be in the Carrier Dome on the day after Thanksgiving. So all good things happening in that regard. We wish our football team the very best of luck. Winter sports actually began November 6th, so we wish our students participating in winter sports a very successful season in and out of the classroom. We have finally completed our Pillows for Patients fundraiser, which was absolutely enormously successful. We were able to compile 80 pillowcases stuffed with goodies and 2 huge boxes of supplies that can go to the Puerto Rico's Children's Hospital. Thank you so much to the generosity of the board and to some of our community organizations for providing supplies. It was a very fun packing party as we got to select which items would be targeted for boys and for girls and the different age groups, and trying to really get into the shoes of a child on the receiving end. And when you talk about empathy and you talk about esteem, that's just the epitome of the work that goes into esteem. So I commend Mrs. Horowitz and her team at the middle school for leading this effort. A couple of other items here. We have International Night, November 16th. That's Thursday night at the middle school. Should be an absolutely fabulous event. And then we have the high school drama Time Out for Ginger, Friday night, November 17th, Saturday night, November 18th. You can purchase tickets at the door. I look forward to attending Friday night, so that should be something I'm excited about. The students have been telling me all about the drama program here in Yorktown, and I'm really excited to participate and watch their fall comedy. So that's the extent of the report that I have. I wish everyone a wonderful Thanksgiving, because I won't see you before then, so we wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving as well.
Thank you. All right, we're going to go on to board reports. So we'll start with the audit committee, Tom?
Nothing new to report at this time.
Okay. Fiscal advisory?
Fiscal advisory, we have our first meeting of the new school year scheduled for this Thursday morning.
That's right, we do, yes. Policy, Cheryl.
We met twice last month, and we were able to adopt 9 amended policies, or unchanged, but reviewed policies, I should say. We deleted 7 policies that were no longer needed or duplicated in other policies, and we're meeting again tomorrow. So, thank you for everyone who's on that meeting. Just a reminder that we have so many resources in that meeting, including Dr. McGinnis and Dr. Hatter, Ms. O'Shea, Mr. Cole. A lot of people meeting twice a month, and putting in a lot of time. So we've been hitting our goal every month, and we're getting close.
We almost got 4 sections
I
done.
know. I was just looking at that. I
So
think we're almost
exciting.
close to half, right? Yeah, halfway there. So we're getting there.
We have done, okay. And steering, well, we welcome Cheryl to our steering committee for our last meeting. We were working on capital projects and trying to figure out how we're going to get funding. Well, we need to come up with the funding dollars to bring it to the board. We're still working on some of the straggler projects from this summer. We're still door locks and hardware. I don't know, we finished lights around the campus?
Yes, just the other day.
Finished, yeah. So I think those are the last 2 projects that we're still working on. So we're just on to capital projects, whether they're from the capital reserve fund or from the budget dollars. That's what we're working on right now, and we're just moving forward with it. So that's that. Okay, we can move on to personnel. Okay, can I have, upon recommendation of the superintendent, a motion that the following be approved? We have certified personnel appointments, part-time and temporary appointments, teaching assistant change in hours, we have teaching stipends, we have a leave of absence, and under classified personnel, we have additions to the substitute list, we have a resignation for the purpose of retirement from Patricia Hetzer, we have resignation, and we have a removal from the substitute list.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? I just want to check something. Okay, we have policy adoption. We have a motion to approve the second reading and the adoption of the following policies. We have 2382, recording of board meetings, 2390, public hearing, 2410, policy regulation and development, and 2510, new board member orientation.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Approval of board minutes. A motion to approve the minutes for the October 30th board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? A motion to approve the treasurer's report for October 2017.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? A motion to approve the claims audit report for October 2017.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to approve the extra classroom activity report for October 2017.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Business office. We have a secret resolution. Whereas the Board of Education, the Yorktown Central School District, has under consideration a capital project consisting of improvements to the Brookside Elementary School in the nature of an expansion to the parking lot, and whereas the proposed action requires that an environmental review be conducted in compliance with Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law and its implementing regulations, the State Environmental Quality Review, and whereas the Board of Education wishes to take all necessary actions in connection therewith in order to comply with secret. And I'm going to go down to the bottom. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education shall hereby be it resolved that the Board of Education of Yorktown Central District, the Central School District hereby declares its intention to serve as the lead agency for the secret coordinated review of this unlisted proposed action and will circulate the annexed lead agency notice along with a copy of the FEAF to all involved agencies who shall be given 30 days from the mailing of the lead agency notice to challenge the Board of Education's lead agency designation, and be it further resolved that the Board of Education shall hereby forward an official notice of that resolution to the New York State Department of Education.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have an amendment to a budget transfer. It's just a change in the budget code, so it's a motion to amend the budget transfer from October 28th from the 2 code lines above to the 2 code lines below.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? A motion to make the following new budget transfers.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? PIPs, we have a motion to approve the following Yorktown of Congress professional improvement proposals, and we have a motion to approve the Yorktown Congress and Teachers Special Improvement proposals for the CTA's TA unit as well.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Special ed placement, a motion to arrange the following special ed placements for November 13th, 2017.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's it. We're up to public comment. Anybody wishing to speak? So we're going to go to board comment. Cheryl?
No, I just want to say thank you to Brookside for hosting tonight, and we really enjoyed seeing the children present, and it was nice to see the eSTEAM lab as well as the lesson that the kids were here talking about, and the fact that eSTEAM is being woven through, it seems like every lesson we're seeing is just remarkable. They did a wonderful job. We were just talking about how they do a great job public speaking and you know, explaining to all of us as we were sitting with them. So kudos to them, and thank you.
Just to add to that, I was just so interested to see how comfortable they are around the laptops and the technology. It's just such a natural part of their existence now, which is really wonderful to see.
The children were wonderful, and I look forward also to seeing their creativity with the eSTEAM logo design. I'm sure they have wonderful creative things that they came up with, so can't wait.
Yeah, right.
Great. I'm good.
Yeah, no, it was a wonderful night. I'm glad we're taking our show on the road and getting a chance to see the buildings and the students in their natural environment. This is where they do their work, and it's nice to be able to see that. Their eSTEAM lab, I had the pleasure of seeing it when it was just an open room when we first came in, and just to see how it's being used and that it is being used. And you can see the love in the room and the creativity in the room when you go there. So it was just really nice to see. And of course, our kids are wonderful. And I thank all the teachers for all the hard work. I mean, none of this would happen if they didn't have the passion that they have for our students. So we want to thank them for that too. Lisa, Tom?
We had an opportunity to see Mrs. Dodona today with some of our third grade students, and I do want to point out, as Mrs. Ammerling said, that all of our third grade teachers and their students did participate in this challenge through the Khan Academy, and what I find so meaningful is to see how it all comes together in terms of the professional development we do and the resources that we have for our students, and how our teachers pull it all together to provide wonderful teaching and learning opportunities in the classroom. It was really remarkable.
Wanted to comment, this evening, the board accepted the resignation for the purpose of retirement for an employee at TA at the high school who has given the district 30 years of service. So our heartfelt congratulations on retirement to Ms. Hetzer. We appreciate the service. Thank you for 30 years, and we wish you a happy Thanksgiving. The next Board of Education meeting will be held at the Mohansick School, where Mohansick School will be featuring the good news, and that's December 4th. So we look forward to welcoming you to more in the way of esteem.
Terrific.
Great.
Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.